Anyway, all right. As you can see, we are working on, again, two different versions of the same project. We have our easy and medium. This tutorial is going to be for easy. So let's get that started. So let me get out of here. So what you want to do first is we are going to go to Google Slides as always. So open up a new tab. Then we're going to go to our waffle thing over here, go to Google Slides, open up a new blank slide. And before you go there, hopefully right here where it says recent presentations, you can see your old ball presentation. So I just made these ones, right? So I can see the ones that I just made. Hopefully you can see yours because that's going to come in handy in like a few minutes. So open up a blank one. It is blank. It just has these things on here that's always here. So let's get that off of there. So we're going to go and click in the white area. You're going to left click and hold it and then drag it over top. You know that you're dragging it over top because that blue box comes up. Then it has another blue box with these smaller blue squares on it. So that means it's selected. So just hit backspace or delete. We're going to leave that just like that. And then we're going to go and find our old ball animation. So the animation that you made for the last week, you're going to get that again. So let's open up a new tab. And this is where I was saying, hopefully you saw that before, and it's easy for you to find. It might be harder for some people to find, but for most of y'all, it should be right here. So I just opened up Google Slide and I'm looking right here where it says recent presentations. I gotta go down because I can see you guys, the slides that you guys sent me and the slides that I have done. So I believe it's this one because I had opened it earlier today. So I'm gonna click on this. And let's see what I got. All right, so this is the easy ball presentation or slideshow that I have. So I have all my slides. Let's not including this one. Don't count that one. Let me put it here. So these are all my slides from before. It was about 8 or 9 slides. So what I want you to do is we're going to select all of these slides and then we're going to copy and paste them on our new Google Slide. Excuse me. So I'm going to click on slide number 2 for mine's because that's where mine starts at. You're going to click on wherever yours starts at. Then you're going to go to the very last slide. So my last slide is slide number 9. I'm going to hold the shift button and then I'm going to left click. And then all my slides are going to be selected at the same time. So you can see there's like a little orange, either you can see the orange square or outline on there, or it's like an orange like little background on here. So now that I have all those selected, I'm going to hit Control C. Control is not spelled out on your keyboard. On your keyboard, it is CTRL. Find that there's 2 of them actually on your keyboard. So hit Control and the letter C. You have to hold them down for a couple seconds or like 1 second at the same time. It's like a video game code. You just you hit them at the same time. Then we're going to go to our new presentation, which only has 1 slide. I'm just going to double check that I have this selected over here. So I'm going to go to this small box with the number 1 next to it. I'm going to click it. Then I'm going to hit Control V, just like how we did Control C. If you get this little box that says import slides and it says do not link or link to original presentation, say do not link because you don't want to mess up the old one just in case you need to use it again. All right, so now I have all my slides again. So looks like I'm starting over, but I'm not. I'm just saving myself the trouble of doing all these ball slides twice. So now I don't need them. I had this here from something else. Let me take that over here. All right. And I have a blank slide. So I'm going to delete this blank one because I don't need it. All I did is select it and hit backspace. So now I need to make my background. So before I even do a whole bunch of stuff, I'm gonna make it easy. I'm just gonna search a background. So I'm open up another slide. And then I'm gonna Google search 2D. So the letter 2D, and it already came up because I did it earlier. 2D background. So background BACK, ground GROUND. 2D background. Hit enter. You can already see I got some 2D background images. I mean, what you choose is going to be up to you. But what you do want to do is before you even look to select, you want to go to where, right, because I clicked on images. So right over here on the right, it says tools. Click on where it says tools. Then you got to go back to the left, and then you got to see a little extra stuff came up, and you're going to go to size. You want to say large because that means the picture is going to be nice and clear. If it's like a small picture, it's not going to be nice and clear. And then the other thing you want to look out for is on these pictures, you can see some pictures have like a little icon. So this thing means it's a product, so you actually have to buy it. And if we were to cut and paste it, it might not be that good of a picture. And this one has like a little play on it, so that one's a video, so that probably has a problem. But this one doesn't have anything, so it's probably a better option for us. And then the last thing you want to look out for, just the nicer pictures are going to be pictures where on the left and the right side are kind of similar. So if the left side of the picture and the right side of the picture is similar, those are going to be the pictures you want to try to choose because when we make it, it's going to loop around. So you want it to be, somewhat similar. So I'm going to try to find a picture really quick here. I'm not trying to be shopping all day. Let's go with this. This is pretty simple. Just click on that. And now that I have this open, I'm going to right click on the picture, and then a box opens up. And I want to go down to where it says save picture or save image as. And then I'm going to click that, and it's going to open up another box, and then it's going to show me where it wants to save it at. The file, it gives me a file name. It says it's called Blue Moon, and it is going to my download folder. So if I lose it, I can always search Blue Moon, and if I still can't find it, I know it's in my download folder. Hit save. That is that. Go back over to my slides. The ones with the ball bouncing, not the old one, the newer one. So that's the old one. This is the new one. All right, so then go back to slide 1. I'm going to do this a little bit different this time. I'm going to say insert. Then I'm going to say image. And then you want to go to upload from computer, hit that. And there's my file that I had. It's called Blue Moon. Your files might not come up, but most of the times they do. So hopefully you'll be okay. Click on that, hit open. And there is my picture. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. For right now, I'm going to hold shift, and you see how I go into the corner where my cursor turns into 2 arrows. That means I can not only make it bigger, but I can hold shift and then click and then drag my picture, like drag the mouse over to make it bigger. Now it takes up the whole screen. If you notice here, it's in front of all the other stuff. So what I'm going to do is, I'm sorry, I have to think my left and right every single time. I'm going to right click, and then a box opens up, and then in this box, I'm going to look for order, and then I want this to be in the back. So now it's in the back, so great. Don't have to worry about too much. All right, I'm gonna just stretch it out. All right, so that section is probably the easier part. We're not even to the harder stuff yet. The hard stuff isn't that hard. I'm moving it up because I want to actually be able to see some of the stuff that I had on here. All right, so next thing to do, I'm gonna make sure I have this selected, and then I'm going to hit Control C, Control V to cut and paste this so I have two. So Control C first to copy, and then Control V to paste. So now I have two. Put the other one over here, like so. And then you can see how it makes a little line. I don't want that little line. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna leave it over here because sometimes this messes up. Let's see if I can get rid of this line. It's still there. All right, there you go. And you know, my cloud is a little messed up right there, but that's the way it's gonna have to be. So let's leave that alone. Also, because this is looping, just take note of where it is. In our last slide that we have, it's got to be close to looking just like this one. But don't worry about that right this second. So now we're going to select both of them. So you see I'm going to click in this white section where there's nothing at. If you don't have a big white section on the side like I do, it's usually a white section at the bottom. Sometimes there's a white section in the top. Just, you know, got to take your time and put your mouse in the little small piece of white section that you have. So without selecting the ball and without selecting my piece of gray, I'm going to left click, then make my blue box thingamajigger come up. And now I have both backgrounds selected. I'm going to right click. Then I'm going to go search for group. And now both of those are the same thing. And it went on top of my ball again. So I'm just going to put that back, go look for order again, and then say back. All right. So that's pretty much done for that one. I'll do the rest of the frames or the slides later because I have to move them like a lot of times. So I'm going to leave it like it is. All right, next, we're going to make the road look more like a road by adding like a little, like a railing here. Don't think of it as hard. It's really just, you know, a couple of boxes or squares. So I'm going to shape, and then I'm going to say square or rectangle. Then I'm going to make a long rectangle that goes across the whole thing. Look at that. Just a rectangle. And I'm gonna leave it that color. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. You can make it whatever color you want. I'm gonna make it just like not so light gray, but a little bit darker. And then I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of little squares at the bottom to make it look like it's some type of a fence or a guardrail. That's what they call those things. All right, so right about here, make my small square, a rectangle. I keep wanting to call it a square. We'll change the color so that way it matches. Then I'm going to line it up here. Yours might already line up. And I'm going to leave it like that this time. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but basically all I'm going to do is just copy and paste all the little pieces of my guardrail all the way over. So that was one. So now I'm going to hit Control C, then Control V. So that gives me two. You just gotta be careful when you select it. Put it here. Try to make sure it's lined up. So then I'm going to hold just Control. Then I'm going to click on that one, then click on the next one, then hit Control C, Control V. Yeah, this takes a while, but once we get it done, Then we have this whole guardrail thing. So it makes our road look more realistic. So select that one, holding control. Remember to hold control. I know I said that twice. Click, and I'm still holding control. Click, still holding control, and then click. So now I got 4. Control C, then Control V. I'm going to do it again. I should have 8 this time. So we're going to hold control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8. Control C, Control V. Almost done. Right about there. And then I'm just going to hit it. I don't need any more. I'll probably have too many. Control V, since I already have enough to go all the way to the end. There you go. So now I got extra ones. So what I'll do with these extra ones is I'll click on the top part. And I'll need those extra ones anyhow. So they'll come in handy. Boom. Actually, I know I'm gonna have to move this a little bit more. So just because I'm gonna scroll over and I'm gonna add another 8. Boom. Well, they want to come over there. That's fine. Move over to where they're supposed to be. And if you don't have room to move, we're gonna have to do one of these. So I left it here. Then I'm gonna scroll over. And then I can put them there. If you're having problems scrolling over, there's like this little bar at the bottom. You can click on that and you can go right to left. There's another one here that goes top to bottom. All right. Keep in mind that the road section right here, that is the edge of your screen. You kind of see that up here. All right, so let me move this, make this one bigger or longer. All right, we're almost ready here. So last little setup thing before we start moving everything so that we get our animation going. So I just want to group all these little squares or rectangles in the one big long one. So I have to hold control again, click here, and now that's selected because it has the blue bars around it. Then I have to go and select each one of these, which is annoying, but it's easier this way in the future. So hold control, click, 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 and you can see a little outline going on there. That means I have them selected. Make sure you get each one. Just take your time, pay attention, and get each one. And I know this setup process is tedious and a little bit annoying, but in the end, it'll pay off. So this is a little bit confusing. So make sure you keep track of where you have stopped selecting. So my last one I selected is right there. So I had to move it over some. And then, so that's the last one I selected. So I'm gonna hold control again, click, 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 click. All right, so then I have to I'm sorry, I keep saying that backwards. I have to right click, and then I'm going to go to group. And now that's all one thing. All right. So now let's do the background first. So remember, the goal is to try to get this, we're going to try to get this cloud at least to about right here on slide 8. That's the last slide, and it's going to loop. So slide 8, we want this cloud to be at least, at the minimum, it should be right about here. And then it will go to slide 1, and then it will start over. All right, so let's copy and paste. So select the background. I keep burping. I just had dinner not that long ago. select the background, Control C. Then we're going to go over to slide 2. Then we'll say Control V. And I know it came up over top of your stuff. Just relax. It didn't mess up. Then you're going to right click. And then we're going to go to order. And then I'm going to show you something on order that's going to help us move a little bit faster. So order is right here. And order is right here. And then this says send backwards. So that means it's going backwards into the file. But next to it, it says Control plus down. So if I hit Control plus down, it's going to do this without having to come and get this box every time. So instead of doing right click and find the box and all that stuff, I'm just going to hit Control plus down for now on. All right, so let's do that. Just hit it once. And that kind of went to the right spot, but it's not all the way there. So then I'm going to say Control down. Is it there? Oh, okay, it's there already. I'm sorry. No, it's not, because you know what? We need our railing. Oh, we didn't bring our railing. Okay, let's keep moving then. All right, so now let's move this over. So I'm going to move it. I'm going to use the arrows on my keyboard, and I'm going to hit it maybe 10 times. Yeah, let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's probably not enough. So let's do a little bit more. 11, 12, 13. Good enough. So every time we're done moving it, we have to cut and paste it again. So that way it stays in the same spot. So now that we're done, we're going to say Control C. Go to the next slide. Control V. Then it went on top of everything. So we say Control down. So it's in the right spot because now I can see the ball. And then we're going to do 13, using the arrows on the keyboard, 13 spaces towards the, I'm like, can't even think right now, 13 spaces to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And if we're off at the end, you know, we can just cheat somewhere. So let's select this again. I'm just going to click on, no, I clicked on that wrong because I can see this box right here. Let me click there. I clicked on the white spot because I messed up. So now it's all selected at once. Control C. Next slide, Control V. Now that's on top of everything. Control down, and it goes to the right spot. Then I'm going to do 13 again. 13 spaces to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Next, make sure I do my Control C. Control C. 5, the 5th slide. Then I'm going to say Control V. Then I'm going to do Control down. Oh, let's do it again. It didn't work that time. Control down. What's wrong, Control down? We're not working. Control down. Control down. Oh, there you go. Now it's working. I for whatever reason, I had to hit it a few times that time. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're almost there. I think we're going to run out of slides. We're miscounting somewhere. Oh, let me get my Control C. Slide 6. Control V. Control down. There we go. And then on the arrows again, 13 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I cheated right there. I did 14. That's okay. Control C before I forget. And hit slide 7. Control V. Control down. Then we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm cheating because I know I can see it's not going to make it. and then Control C, slide 18, I mean, not 18, slide 8, Control V, Control down, and now 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, 13. 14, actually, again. And actually, I think maybe it did make it. Let's see. So I needed to get it, I needed this cloud to be, let's see, at least right about here, like right in front of the ball. So this is me double checking. So let's see. Where's that cloud at? It's close. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that this is going to make it look weird because that's right there. But it's not there on that one. I think we can make it work. I think it's going to be okay. There's a lot of clouds still left. All right, so I'm just going to move it over some more. So let's do, I'm just going to move it over one. Oops, I'm on the wrong slide. Now move it over. Click on it. I went back to slide 8. I'm going to click on it and I'll move this over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's good enough. And that it's going to make the animation move a little bit weird, but that's okay. And then if I move that one like 10, I'm going to move this one just a little bit less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's get this one. Let's get it so it like lines up. All right, so we're done with that part. That should be fine. I'm just going to, if you need to check it, you can always hit present. That's what I'm doing. And then you can kind of see what it's looking like. Yeah, that's going to look good because by the time this one gets off, or by the time this gets to where it needs to be, that should be off. So look, yeah, that's going to like go right into the right spot at the right time, hopefully. Let's exit, and then we have to do our railing, and then we're pretty much done. So I'm going to click on the railing. We're just doing the same thing with the railing. Click on that, Control C, and this one we don't even have to worry about where it goes because the railing is like the same thing, so nobody's going to be able to tell if we're off with our count or anything like that. So all we need to do is move this over. So I Control C'd it, slide 2, Control V, and let's just, oh, where is it? Why is it like messed up here? I think, hold on, I think this is messed up. So I'm gonna hit Control down. Yeah, that's all. All right. All right, so I'm back on there, and I'm just gonna hit this. I'm trying to make this one go a little bit faster than the background. So I'm not even counting how many times I just moved it. Then I'm gonna say Control C, and then it's in top. So I'm gonna say Control down, and I don't know why this keeps messing up, but my background is not in the right spot. So Control down for my background. There we go. And I can tell because it had that little piece of the background. So you kind of have to pay attention to what your picture is looking like on here. So back onto this one, I'm just gonna move it over again. Control C, 4, Control V, and see again, it's not in the right spot. So that was me. I guess I wasn't doing there. I had to click on my background to fix it, and then I had to say Control down. See, it's still in the wrong spot. Control down. There you go. Now it's fixed. Then over. And if for whatever reason I run out of this railing, I can just hit Control C, Control V, and just add some more on the end. And also I see that it's in front of my ball. So I'm gonna say Control down. There you go. Now it's in the right spot. Before I go to the next slide, I have to say Control C. Then I'm going to go to slide 5, Control V, and my background's in the wrong spot again. That's okay. So click on my background, Control down. There you go. I had to hit it twice. Then I actually also think my railing's in the wrong spot. So Control down. Is it? It's like just right on the. There we go. It was like just a little piece you could barely tell. All right, so let's move this over. And I'm running out of railing, so let's Control C, Control V, and then I'm going to put some more railing. And you'll probably never even notice that I did this. It's like a little cheat here. I mean, if you see that little line, nobody's going to worry about that. If you're really worried about that showing, which I'm not, but if you really want it to look nice, you'll go up here to shapes. You get the square again. And just put a square on top. Just gotta take your time. Yep, it's gonna be the wrong color, so we gotta make it the same color. And then you have to go up here to this pencil, and it says border color, and you just say transparent. And I don't have the right color. Now I do. See, that helps a little bit. I mean, it's not a big deal. And then you have to group this together, or you're gonna forget to do it, or you're gonna forget that it's there. So I have to have that selected, then I say Control, and then I have that selected, and then I have to get this other part selected, so Control on that too. Right click and a group. All right. Did I move it already? I don't think I did. So let's move this. There we go. And then Control C on that railing. Let's come down here to 6. Control V. And everything's all over the place here. So background first, Control down again. There you go. Now that's better. Then my railing's in front of my ball. Control down. There you go. That looks good. And then let's move the railing. Let's not forget that. Remember, I'm not really counting how much I'm moving this railing. I'm just moving it. As long as I'm moving it to the left, it's fine. And I'm moving it like enough times. Because everything on the railing looks exactly the same, doesn't make a difference. Control C. Almost done. Control V. Background's in the wrong spot again. Control down after I selected the background. Control down again. Now it's in the better spot. And now this all looks good. Let's move this over some more. To the left. Always to the left. And the last one. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Go back. Select the railing, not the background. Make sure you have the railing selected if you do something like this. Control C. Now I can come here, Control V. And my background again, Control down. There we go. Now I got this. Let's move it over. All right, that's it. That's pretty much the hard work. The annoying work is done for that. So now we're just going to go to Tall Tweets, find it, and play it. All right, so remember, give it a name. So let's call this BG for background ball move, like it's moving. And then I'm just going to click somewhere so that way it knows that that's what I named it, and I saved it. I'm going to go to this tab that I had for 2D backgrounds. If you want, just open up a new tab. I'm trying to cut down on opening tabs, and we'll go to Tall Tweets, TALL TWEET. There's supposed to be an S on there, but don't worry about that. And I still have it on pictures, so just say all if you did it like mine. Then we're on Tall Tweets. Click Elect. Remember, right here, if you're not logged in, this won't show up. So you have to log in with your school ID, then this will show up. Then you'll hit Select Presentation. Then find the one you just made. Mine was BG Ball Move. Click on that, hit Select. It's got to load with these bubbles, but we're almost done. I mean, the work is already done. Waiting. Here we go. Now we're going to see our work, all of our work we just did. So 0.1 in slide duration. Then we're going to hit this blue box, create GIF. We got to wait a little bit longer. There we go. The railing is working right. The sky is working right. Everything looked good. I had a gradient on that ball, so it looks kind of weird, but you know what? That's fine. I had that line. If you want to delete that line, you can, but this is perfect. So we're going to say save. And mine's saved as download 10 because this website just saves the file as download, which is fine with me. We're going to go back to our automation here. So, you know, I tell you guys to, you know, send it to me with your slides. Just in case you want to fix it, I can help you fix it. But if you don't send it with the slides, that's fine too. So theoretically, you can just send me the picture of the ball. Just know that I don't, if I don't see your slides, I can't tell you how to or help you fix it. So if there's something wrong with it, there's just going to be something wrong with it. All right, so if you're doing it this way, we're going to go and put it in the slide. So I'm going to say open new slide. So I got the 9th one. I'm going to delete this stuff out here. And say insert image from upload from computer. Then I'm going to find the one that says download 10. Yours is going to say either download 2 or something download because that website only makes the file name download. Select that, hit open. There she is. Going to make it bigger. Remember, you don't have to make yours bigger. Then we're going to go to share. Remember that it has to be for everybody. So I believe I've seen a few of you guys. So you're going to go right underneath where it says share, get link, you're going to click on these blue words at the bottom. Yours says you want to change it to KIPP Public Schools. I think the default for you guys isn't KIPP Public School. So you want to click on these blue words. And then you want to change whatever it says right here to KIPP Public School. So mine is already KIPP Public Schools, but change yours. After you change it, you're going to say get link or copy link. And let's say done. Then we're going to go to Google Classroom. Let's just open up a new tab. That's the easiest way. Go to the waffle. Go to Google Classroom. You'll see all your classes. Make sure you go to the right one. So I'm not going to click on any of these art classes. You find your art class. And then you'll click on it like how I'm going to click on test. And then since I have the link already shared, you're going to click where it says share something with your class. Click on that. And then you can just say control and the letter V like we've been doing all day. Then you'll say post. That's it. You're done at this point. I'll check it. I'll give you the grade for it, and then you'll be done. And if you want, you can click on it to double check. When you click on it, it takes you back to your slide. All said and done. All right, that's it for this one. Again, if you got to here, give yourself a pat on the back because that is amazing. I'm glad you stuck in there because I know some of these things look complicated. So just the fact that you tried to do it and you got it at least somewhere to this point, that's still pretty good. I mean, it's amazing. But that's it for me. Have a good day or good night whenever you're working on this.